So this is game 2. Game 1 was just brutal, right? Because like it's meant to do what it's meant to do, right? Game 1, if you go first, ideally the deck is made for dealing with hand traps, right? Like so, and that's your only interaction. Turn 0. Okay, if you go in second, that's the only way you can interact with your opponent, through hand traps, right? So if you don't have if you don't have impermanence or gamma, then you're gonna be struggling, because that's the only way you can kind of deal with a connector butter spy. And then even then, like, it's kind of forced, you know. I'm kind of forcing you to use those hand traps when you don't really want to use them. So going second, I know exactly what I have to do, right? Okay, so what to expect, how to approach this matchup, right? So hand traps, Dolphin, Cobble the Great covers that. The back row. Okay, so you can approach it in two ways, right? You can either go with Kaiju, shut down the back row completely, or you can go with Hate Trunade, which is what I went with, right? Because the Hate Trunade like gets rid of every back row. So like if they end up siding strikes or siding other back row, you know, so that like you don't want to just give them a Kaiju and then have like Sanctum or something, or the artifact engine, or strikes or impermanence that like, okay, I shut you down with your anchors, but they might still have impermanence or chalice or some sort of other interaction that doesn't require the Sky Striker lockdown, right? And then that's why I pick Hate Trunade. It's basically, if I draw it, all I gotta worry about is hand traps. The deck is basically built off dealing with hand traps. So I was like, okay, I see my opening hand. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I got this. I would have Dolphin Connector, Cobble the Grave. All was like, dude, it cannot get any better. So all I gotta do is just wait. Let him do his thing. Let him search all his water anchors. Let him try to plus as much as he can. Because at this point, advantage and resources don't really matter. The only thing that matters is if I draw the Hate Trunade to get rid of all the cards at once, and hand traps. That's all. You can have 10 cards. It doesn't matter if my plays go through. I'm gonna win. But this is one of the scenarios where it's a bit tricky, because you'll see as he adds and sets stuff, right? Because like I was thinking of, okay, how can he survive, right? Ego booster, but let's hope he doesn't have enough spells, because then that means it's just immune to monster effects and spells and traps. But if he has an ego booster that's like maxed out with 3 spells engraved, that means I can't destroy a battle. So that's gonna be a bit of an issue, because that's the whole point, right? I just get a bunch of monsters, and like if he lives, and if he has enough resources, he can just Widow Anchor me, and like odds are I'm gonna use a Strudo, so I'm gonna be a 4K, so he's gonna use my monsters against me. So that's something you have to keep in mind, because that's like the majority of the way how they OTK you, by taking your monsters and beating you down with them. And I was like, it just doesn't feel as threatening when they plus so much out of when you play in the deck which is this deck, right? Resources don't matter. So like, but you gotta make sure you finish the job, because if you can't finish the job, they're gonna have that's when the resources matter. When they have so many that just deal with your stuff. It's like, what do you do, man? Like, what do you do? Yeah, just waiting. I'm just waiting for it. I'm just like, my fingers on the trigger, just right there, just waiting for just. No, because you would just roll. Like any other matchup, Ultrageist, any other matchup, it'd be intimidating, because like you'd be like, oh my god, I'm getting out resourced. But it's a different perspective for these type of decks. And like DDR, oh my god, that just completes it. Like that's full combo already. And then Hate Trunade, oh my god, Hate Trunade is just amazing. Like, oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god. And then, see? Oh my god. There it is, man. There it is. You just watch. Just watch me combo off. That's the thing about a bit of a frustration, right? Because you're just sitting there, right? You just like, you don't want to scoop, but if you know like odds are you're gonna lose, but you don't want to scoop. So it's like it can be a bit like like a double burn, right? It's like you can't do anything about it. I'm gonna win, and it's either you just scoop or just watch me just sit there, watch me combo off. It's like that's there's nothing wrong with being a sore loser, right? Because it's like it's just part of it, right? No one likes losing, so you're gonna be a little bit like oh, you can't hide it all the time. So it's like let it out. But there's like a fine line where it's like, man, you gotta chill out. But like it's fine if you complain. Like it's normal, right? It's your right to be angry and upset. Like that's to express yourself. Like no one should take that away from you. Like that's just what that's what you're meant to do. Get angry, right? But then one day, like let's say you freaking flip your table and like, no, that's when you cross the line. It's like, whoa, dude. Yeah, cause like, but you as yourself, like I'm pretty sure, like if you play this deck, you pick up this deck, you're gonna be facing a lot of that. So just maintain your composure. Just relax. Just try not to get sidetracked. And it's just so brutal, man. Oh my god, that is brutal. Oh my god. And this is only round 2, man. Sky Striker's got 2. Oh, sorry, yeah, but yeah, just have to wait it. And then I still got 2 more rounds, and a few more games. Yeah. Continue watching the game. Hope you enjoy it, and yeah, man, give a like. Just keep watching.
Fuck you. It's 3-6, motherfucker. We did it. You've always prepared for anything on a Monday night.
Seriously, but like just actually
Steam token?
Out of here.
Wait.
yeah.
Well, we're never losing the big bet. I like can't attack with that, so go. Draw phase, because I hate you. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
7? Yeah, the effect?
What do you call this?
Yeah, it's okay.
No, it just gives me more spells for you to lose more attack.
Oh my god.
What the fuck just happened? Scrappy and Saber
So go up the profits, my guy. They deem it so.
And because at the time as well, like literally right before
Fat I need these 3. Oh. Actually, how could I just gone for Gamma, right? 5-9 will rip. 800, 16,
1, 2, 3, 4.
so 816 and 35. Oh, what the heck?
1, 2.
Wow, I'm cool.
What the hell's my Steam token? Respect.
Yeah, they remember like it was ritual based necrons, like Joyce Lines and Shadows, and because like I fucking hate necrons because I just remember like anyone who had like
Sorry, I had to be like this. What happened to you, my guy? You had a sick board.
It's called Hatred.
Did you get Schwindel? Did you cut his deck? No?
I'm going to.
Maybe we should cut him as well. I guess make it a little bit more fair.
You better watch out.
the deck, it was a good deck, it was meta, but it was somewhat fair, like it wasn't like a repeat, but it's just like because no one understood interactions and no one understood how it worked. And it took a long time because not because like fast versus something you have like I need to read that again because I understand how this works because it's like because it's like bring out a card and then activate it.
I get the Vesleer next.
Activate summon 2 monsters.
Are you
Sure?
No, you can get
I can still win.
it.
I'm dying.
You might have your own time as well. He could still rip this for like 10 minutes and then.
So if he does that, I win.
Oh, he missed. Oh, okay. It's pretty lit.
Yeah, but like, it's not.
What if he 2-0s me as well? I mean, potentially as well. I mean, depending on how you go.
Last game, last card.
What? What?
Uh-huh. Draw your cards. We've done it, ladies and gentlemen. It's not guard drain. It gets you, yeah, but this one gets you in time. Guard drain is like 5
No, you
minutes.
can do 30 seconds per synchro.
Okay, can I read each card before you play, please? Get the max time.
Leo,
Oh, he wouldn't give you that.
Yeah.
your phone's doing something.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
I still take battle damage, but yeah.
So, presence and some back.
One,
Yeah, I
two.
still take battle damage, yeah.
Circle ball.
It's been taking me all night. Alright,
Okay, special summons for Link Zone. How many special summons?
1, 2.
I didn't do.
You go to draw. Effect special.
Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah. Is that an activated effect?
Yep. That's actually
Effect.
What was that?
When you secret summon, I can banish all your spells and traps. Grave reveal. Battle phase. So, attack, you take 5. Attack again, you take 7.
Sure.
Oh no, you take 7 the first time because you boost yourself. So, 80, 7, and 24, so you take 9. 28, so you take what? 13?
No, it takes 6.
And then 31, right? So you take 35.
Let me play, please.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
So that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, standby.
Yep. Sure. On chain. 1, 2.
Finishing rain.
No, banishing. Higari. Sure.
500.
Chain 1, chain 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Targeting. Sure.
I changed my mind. I don't want that one. Give me the link too. I saw it. Let's go. Here you go. Take these.
This back when it's linked summon, when it's use link summon.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter.
Battle phase.
Yeah.
Attack.
Take it?
Yeah. Attack.
Yeah.
Attack.
Yeah. Game. Woohoo! Damn.